And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the D&D Sports Network. I'm JJ Pruitt. I got Josh Horn in the building finally. Josh, I know you have been wanting to call a ball game with us for the longest time, but you're an extremely busy person. So
Listen, yeah, it never stops.
yeah, absolutely, man. I mean, I know that you're a football coach. You help out with basketball as well, and I would imagine at some point in the future you're probably going to end up helping out with baseball as well.
I actually helped coach baseball last year.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, this is actually the first spring I've not done anything in like 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Are you enjoying the break, or do you kind of
I still haven't had a break.
Fair enough. Well, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, this evening's broadcast is going to be between the Martin County Cardinals and the Tulsa Rebels. And this evening we're going to have some softball action for you. But before we get started, we definitely want to give a shout out to each and every one of our sponsors that made this broadcast possible. We want to give a shout out to Tommy's Auto, Hilltop Pharmacy, L&M Mart, Hatfield Funeral Home, Punk's Tire, Citizens Bank of Kentucky, Warfield IGA, Crum Funeral Home, Precision Heating and Cooling, Lafferty Medical Clinic, and Hometown Pharmacy. And we will be getting started very shortly as the umpire is directing both teams. So this is my first softball game I've had a chance to do in a very long time. Is it still 7 innings, or is
Yes.
it still 7 innings?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure. I know it seems like they change the rules every single year in high school for something.
Yeah,
so.
it seems like they go in and they tweak something and add something new in every single season.
Absolutely. So I tried to get online and find the record for these teams, but was unable to. Both teams have a pretty solid record? Or?
I don't know Tulsa's, but I can give you Martin County's.
Well, we're going to find out very shortly. And while he's doing that, I'm going to go over the rosters. We're going to start off with the home team, Martin County. Number 10, Bella Muncie. She's going to be, looks like center field. We got number 3, Haley Robinson. We've got number 17, looks like Zoe Hinkle, third base. Number 20, Sophie Harless at shortstop. Let's see, number 22, Keelian Jewell. Number 4, Mia Fields at first base. Number 9, Reagan Horn at second base. Number 22, Alyssa Mullins, and she's going to be a pitcher. And number 8, Haley Priest, left field. And number 0, Bella Robinson at right field. And then for the Tulsa roster, we've got number 14, Kaylin Solomons at pitcher. Number 3, looks like Carly Johnson at center field. Number 6, Maddie Medding, looks like shortstop. Number 9, Ava Lyons. Number 25, looks like Jaden Keene. Number 12, Bailey Belt. Number 2, Kiara Maynard. Number 22, Chloe Horn. And number 27, Kendra Maynard. So here we go. Who's going to get the bat first? It's going to be the Tulsa Rebels. And up first is going to be number 14, Marley Crayson. I believe, well, I see 3 players over there with bats. I'm trying to figure out which one is going to be the first hitter. Oh, number 14, Kaylin Salmons. I apologize for that.
And JJ, Martin County is 8-7 on the season.
Oh, okay.
And they have played back in March. They have met Tulsa once, and Tulsa defeated them 11-3 at Tulsa.
Oh, wow. So now Martin County has home field advantage.
Yes.
Let's see if that, helps them make some adjustments and play a little bit better. Very exciting. The weather's really nice today. I'm trying to see who's going to bat first. As the Martin County Cardinals are going to come out warm up. Feel free to let us know in the comments section where you're watching from, who you're rooting for, and also if you're enjoying the broadcast as well. Once again, the Martin County Cardinals versus the Tulsa Rebels. And just out of curiosity, I know that these two schools are a pretty close distance from each other. Like, is this somewhat of a rivalry, or is it just Tuck Valley and Tulsa?
I think it's more the Doug and Tulsa matchup. We occasionally play. I think they play a couple times in baseball and softball.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think more of the rivals is more the Tulsa Tug matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I think everybody has seen some heated matchups over the years between the two.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. As they're warming up. Yeah, that looked pretty fast. Looks like she's throwing some heat already. That's Keelan Jewell. Should be starting very soon, ladies and gentlemen. One thing that I noticed, Josh, is like the community, like no matter what sport that they're playing, like everybody shows up, and I think that's really awesome.
Yeah, it's the community definitely backs
Yeah.
the school and the kids. It's they can play anywhere in the state, and there's always going to be a following with them, traveling right along with them to watch.
Oh yeah. So is softball and baseball similar to basketball as far as the way the tournaments go? Like, is it Sweet 16 or is it classes like in football, or how does that work?
It is a Sweet 16.
Mhm.
They do a region. They have discussed a super region for baseball and softball. I don't believe it has passed yet. I know our region, baseball and softball regional tournaments are centralized up at Stonecrest and Prestonsburg. But yeah, I don't believe they have went into the super region for baseball and softball yet, though. But yeah, they do a Sweet 16 with it. I believe they do them at UK now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So are you personally a fan of the Sweet 16, or do you like classes, or?
It's a very thin line.
It's a loaded question.
Yes. I like that in basketball we have the one true champion.
Mm-hmm.
I think it gives you just a sense of just how good the sport is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
For certain sports, I think you do have to have the classes, like with football. There's no question you have to have the classes with it.
100%. Well, ladies and gentlemen, up to bat first, that's going to be number 14, Marley Grayson. Or no, that's going to be Kaylin Salmons, number 14. And here's the first pitch. Right down the middle. And that's going to be a foul ball towards first base. Coming out aggressive already. Swung at the very first pitch. But it was right down the middle, so it was a good pitch to swing at.
Oh, absolutely.
And here we go with the next pitch. Oh, that's going to be strike two. Two pitches, two strikes. That one was a foul, but here's the next pitch. And that's going to be hit towards third base. That's going to be an error on Martin County's. So just like that, Marley Grayson makes it to first base. That's going to be the first hit for the Tulsa Rebels. Up next, number 3, Carly Johnson.
That one's going to be just a bit low for ball one.
As she takes her time. Here comes the next pitch. And that's going to be a strike. Looked like it curved a little bit. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be a foul ball. Two strikes, one ball. And here's the next pitch. That's a little high. Uh-oh, she's going to take the gamble. Let's see if she can make it to second base. And she does. Kaylin Salmons with the steal. A little bit of miscommunication on that one. So once again, one ball, two strikes. Carly Johnson. And that's going to be 2 balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 3. Is it 3-2?
Yes, 3-2. The scoreboard seems to have a delay in it
Oh,
tonight.
yeah. I was. And that's going to be strike 3. Let's see who's up next. That's going to be Maddie Meddings, number 6, for the Tulsa Rebels. And here's the first pitch, and she goes for it. That's towards first base. Let's see if she can get her out. And that's going to be the second out of the game.
Throw was in time as the runner advanced over to third base.
Let's see who's up next. Trying to see her number.
That's number 9.
It's Ava Lyons. Here's the first pitch. It's a little low. Uh-oh, she's going to go for try to steal home. And she gets it. And that's going to be 1 point for the Tulsa Rebels, or 1 run. Kaylin Salmons. That puts Tulsa on the board very early. And here's the pitch. And there's a strike. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be a ball. And there's going to be another ball. And here's the next pitch. And that's going to be ball 4 as Ava Lyons heads to first base. And that's going to be strike 1. Jaden King up to bat. One ball, 1 strike. And that's going to be strike 2. And there's going to be another ball. Here's the pitch. Oh, that was close. So we got a 3-2 full count, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see what kind of pitch she's going to throw. And that's strike 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that's 3 outs. But the Tulsa Rebels are able to score 1 run before they got the 3 outs. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the first inning. The Tulsa Rebels currently have a 1-0 lead as number 10, Bella Muncie, is up to bat first for the Martin County Cardinals. And that first pitch is going to be ball one. And here we go with the next pitch. Right down the middle, but we're going to have a foul tip.
One moves out of play.
Yeah. So, Josh, it's been a pretty good week to be a Martin County Cardinal, hasn't it?
Yes, we had two college signings today. One for basketball, Peyton Davis going to KCU.
Oh, really?
And Mason McCoy going to KCU also for football.
That is incredible. So all sports are sending their athletes to college. That's incredible. Here we go. Bella Muncie gets ready for the next pitch. And she's going to be hit with that one as she heads to first base. So how many athletes have you all had signed to colleges so far?
This year, as of it stands right now, we're going to have 9 total going to college from this senior class.
That is unbelievable.
We have 1 signing for baseball with Alice Lloyd next week, and then we have 3 signing with UPike for wrestling.
Uh-oh, number 10, Bella Muncie. Does she make it to second base? And
yes,
she
is safe.
As Haley Robinson is up to bat next. And she gets ready to step back up to the batter's box. Making a couple of adjustments, getting her feet planted properly. And that pitch, that pitch came out of my reflexes kicked in on that one.
Yeah, it never fails on those foul balls back to the fence.
Yeah, we're directly behind home plate, ladies and gentlemen. So. And that next pitch is going to be a ball. It's Let's see if Kaylin Salmons can strike her out. And we have a 2-2 count, ladies and gentlemen. And here's the next pitch. Another foul ball. Get ready for the next pitch. Right down the middle. And that's going to be strike 3. Up next, Zoe Hinkle, number 17. Playing some really good music, playing the classics.
The good thing about baseball, JJ, is they got their own walk-up music.
Oh, really?
Yeah, adds a little character to the.
That is awesome. And they all have good taste. I like how they all walk out to the classics. And once again, that's Zoe Hinkle coming up to bat, ladies and gentlemen. I got Darryl McCoy in the building as well. Producer / helping me train as well.
Now, Josh knows how good this tandem is of Robin and Boo Newsom, not just on the diamond, but on the hardwood too. Nice duo.
Oh, it's a Hall of Fame duo. I mean, Robin is she is a Hall of Famer, and I think her record speaks for itself.
Here we go with the next pitch. That's going to be another ball. So the pitch count in softball, as far as like how many pitches they're allowed to have, is that the same as high school baseball? Or?
No, there is actually no pitch count at all in high school softball.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, that's interesting.
You got a really good pitcher. They'll pitch every inning.
Every inning, every game of the week.
Oh, and that hits towards right field. And that's going to be a base hit. Let's see if she can make it a double. As they head home, that's going to tie the ball game 1-1. Bella Muncie makes it home. And Zoe Hinkle knocks a double. That's a very nice hit.
Oh, it was a solid hit into the up.
Oh, yeah. And up next, Sophie Harless, number 20. That pitch is right down the middle. It's going to be a foul up in the air. Let's see if they can catch it.
It's going to go out of play.
It's going to go out of play. So they're able to pitch nonstop due to maybe the technique, or
Yes, it's something with the motion in the arm. It is a different motion than what you do when you throw a baseball. But you will find teams that will have a dominant pitcher, and they will ride with them every inning, every pitch of every game of the season.
And that's going to be strike 2.
I never realized that till a couple years ago with Kaylee Rash at Belfry. I got looking at the stats, and she only 2 innings the whole season she didn't pitch. So that was
She probably played like 140 innings or something like that.
crazy.
We got 2 strikes. And that one's right down the middle. And that's going to be towards the shortstop. Let's see if she can get her out. And she's out. As Zoe Hinkle makes it to third base.
She's still done a job there, advancing the runner over to third.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that would be called a sacrifice? Or is that?
It's still this now, but it.
Yeah. Up next, we have number 21 to bat, but I'm not seeing a number 21 on the roster.
That is Keelan Jewell.
Okay, so we have 2 number 22, so we need to fix that one. Keelan Jewell, ladies and gentlemen, number 21, up to bat. Here's the next pitch. She thought about it. That would be called a check swing, right? Or
Yes.
Okay.
Just good look at the runner on third, waiting to come home.
Yeah, Zoe Hinkle on third base.
As Jewell steps out of the box here and calls time to tie her shoe.
Got to make sure you don't slip. And here's the next pitch. And that's another ball. Got a 3-1 count. And that's going to be strike. Or was that a foul tip?
It's going to be strike 2, so she is
Okay.
now with a
Yeah.
full count here. So she's going to have to start to protect the plate a little bit here.
And that was going to be hit towards the shortstop. Let's see if she can get her out. And she does. And that's going to be the third out, ladies and gentlemen, with a tie game of 1-1. We will be back momentarily with second inning action right here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the D&D Sports Network. Up next to bat. Let's see if we can get her number. That's going to be number 12, Bailey Belt. That's going to be the first strike. It's going to be strike 2.
She seems a little eager in the box right now to come out and get a hit. And
yeah, being very aggressive.
Down 0-2 now. She's going to have to try to protect a little bit.
Absolutely. 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, that's a Bailey Belt at the plate. And here's the next pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Out there up in D&D broadcaster, longtime broadcaster up in this game on first out there.
Oh, have I had a chance to work with him just yet, or?
I'd say you have.
I'm trying to remember.
Good guy.
And here's the next pitch. See if she can make it strike 3. And that's going to be hit towards first base so she can, did she get her out?
She's out.
Yeah, she's out. Let's see who's up next. Up next is going to be number 2, Kiara Maynard.
Josh Horn, I seen on Facebook that a lot of the fields around the area got flooded with this last flood. Did these 2 fields, baseball and softball, get touched?
They didn't. The creek, there is a creek that runs out in front, and it gets up, but I think they set back far enough that they don't get touched with it. Now our Little League fields in town, they took some pretty heavy damage.
She can make it to first base. And she's safe. Oh, wow. Kiara Maynard with the hit. With a bunt.
Speaking of, Martin County playing Tulsa. Well, y'all got a little Tulsa blood in Inez this year. How spectacular was Parker Watts to watch, Josh?
He's an athlete like I've never seen before.
Once in a generation.
Absolutely. We were blessed to have him come over, and it was a fun season with him, I'll say that.
And that's going to be a fair ball, and that's going to be an out. Could she get the double play? Did she get it?
She is safe on second.
It looked like it was, yeah, it was really close. It's almost like every single one of these calls, you literally have to wait till the umpire makes the call. There's another bunt attempt. That's going to be Kendra Maynard, number 27, up to bat.
Now, I heard them say twin. Is that lingo, urban lingo, Josh, or are they really a set of twins on this team?
Must be some lingo because I don't think we have any twins.
And there's a still attempt towards third base, and she is safe. Very close to home. Kiara Maynard on third base. Let's see if she can get batted in. Here's the pitch. It's a foul ball by Kendra Maynard. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here we go with the next pitch. And that's going to be another foul ball.
No, we are in the top of the second.
Top of the second.
The scoreboard is having a few issues.
And here's the next pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up. Let's see if they can get it. And
another one out of play.
Another one out of play. Continuing to swing at it. There's a pitch. That's going to be strike 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the inning. Still a 1-1 ball game. We're going to take a quick commercial break. We will be right back on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the second inning. And that first pitch is going to be a ball. And that's going to be Mia Fields, number 4, up to bat. That's going to be strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. And that ball is going to be hit towards first base. And that's going to be out number 1. And there we go, playing the classics once again. Number 9, Reagan Horn, up to bat.
Now, is this your family?
Yes, actually. Yeah, we are. She is one of my cousins.
And that's going to be ball number 1. Second baseman, Reagan Horn.
This Peyton Davis is your family?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
And that's going to be strike 1.
I looked out in the fan section, and out there at first base, you see the 2 KCU commits with Peyton Davis and Jackson Estridge out there. Going to be part of the basketball team up there. So, KCU recruits Martin County really well. You have Mason McCoy, then you're going to have Parker in 2 weeks, right?
Yes. Yeah, Parker will be signing in 2 weeks, and we had 3 football players signed with KCU last year.
Wow.
One is still there. One has transferred to Moorhead to play. One, Madam Miller, he redshirted last year.
And then you also, I think you had 2 basketball players, Brady McKenzie and
Dre Duff, yeah, they also went to KCU there for a short period of time.
yeah, so definitely KCU using Martin County as a pipeline, JJ.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be a heck of a tandem going into next season. You have Parker Watts, like you said, Jackson Estridge and Peyton Davis. I mean, that's a lot of firepower for Kentucky Christian. Oh, wow.
And she shows the bunt and pops it right back into the catcher mitt for the quick out. And that will end the second inning.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, we still have a tie ball game at 1-1. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the third inning, we have a 1-1 ball game. And Josh, you mentioned before the game started, like the previous score between these two teams was a little bit one-sided.
Yeah, it was 11-3 Tulsa, but that was early in the season.
Yeah.
You had cold weather that night. I think it might have snowed on them that night, and those early season games are rough to.
Oh, absolutely. So up next, number 14, Kaylin Salmons, up to bat.
She's going to take the first pitch as a ball. It was a little high there.
So, Josh, were you a baseball player back in the day? Or
I was not.
Same here. I was always too afraid of the ball. See, I love that they have the helmets. Like, if they if they had those whenever I was in school, I probably would have considered playing.
Yeah, I didn't play, but I love baseball.
Yeah, I always loved watching it, 100%. Who were some of the players that you liked watching when you were growing up?
I was a Ken Griffey Jr. fan. That was.
Oh, yeah, hands down, best swing ever. See, my fondest memory as a kid was the 1998 home run race between Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire. I don't know if you remember that.
I do. Listen, that late 80s, early 2000s period of Major League Baseball was the best era of baseball.
Yeah, and that's the era that they try to erase. And there's a pop-up, ladies and gentlemen.
Not even close. That was the best era ever, and a lot of it, you had the Yankees-Red Sox rivalry, you had the steroid era, there was just a lot of stuff. Pete Rose, the betting scandal, a lot of stuff going on in baseball.
Oh, yeah, 100%. And I'm forever a Barry Bonds fan. I mean, I think he still should be in the Hall of Fame.
Oh, absolutely.
762 home runs, 7 regular season MVPs. He had 3 before he, had all that stuff happen. And there's a base hit for shortstop.
That's going to get through the gap.
And that was a really good hit by Kaylin Salmons. Let's see who's up next to bat. That's going to be Carly Johnson, number 3. So one thing you were mentioning during commercial break is you guys are going to have like an NFL-style combine for the some of the up-and-coming athletes?
Yes, our plan is any student that plays football in Martin County, grade 7 through 12, we're working on a date now at the football field to put them through like a proper combine they would go if they would go to a Rivals or a Nike camp. And the plan is to invite some of the local colleges in. That way they can see our kids.
Evaluate them.
Yes.
That is incredible. Is that something that other schools have done in the past, or is this like a new idea that somebody come up with?
I've not seen a lot of schools do it. It is something that we've come up with that I'm wanting to do to try to promote our kids.
That'll be incredible.
BJ Parsley says, I see the big horn on the mic tonight.
Oh, yeah. Finally got him on. He's a busy man. And that's going to be a foul ball.
BJ Parsley, people don't understand what that kid means to this Martin County school, man. He's kind of the spirit leader, ain't he?
Oh, absolutely. He's been there every step with us through basketball. The year we made the Sweet 16, it was unfortunate that he didn't get to go with us as it was the day he was having his surgery.
So what year was that you guys made the Sweet 16?
That was, oh God, it all runs together. That was what, three years ago, Darryl?
The year when BJ.
Yes.
Yeah, it's 21. That was you didn't go to COVID year, so the year after.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, everything runs together anymore. It's
Yeah, so and that's the thing. Jason James. When they signed today with Peyton Davis, it really hit home when you said, Peyton Davis through his tenure at Martin County, he has 4 district titles and 4 region championships.
That's incredible.
All A and region.
That's a heck of a resume. Wonder if did they retire jerseys in Martin County or?
We haven't yet.
Oh, okay. Might be time to start. Which I think Belfry, they don't retire jerseys either, do they?
No.
I didn't think that they did. Oh, they're going for the steal attempt, and I don't think she's going to be safe on that one. Oh, she is? Oh, wow.
I don't see an out signal, so it looks like both runners have advanced.
that was very close. And here's the next pitch. And that's going to be towards center field. That was a heck of a hit. Let's see if they can get 2 runs in. She's going to go for it.
And they both advance in safe.
And let's see the steal attempt. And there's another error.
Ball's thrown into the outfield, and she is going to advance to third.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, a 3-1 lead for the Tulsa Rebels.
Now, Lane Hughes says he has a question for the announcing crew.
Okay.
Who's the best Fortnite playing official in the region?
Well, it's not Lane. I can tell Lane that. It is definitely not Lane.
Well, there's another pop-up. Yeah, I tried to play Fortnite once, and it didn't work out too well. Like, I'm old school.
Lane Hughes went down there and he caught that big shot in Montgomery County, knocking off GRC.
Oh, and there's another hit towards the shortstop. Let's see if she can get her out. And there's another error. And just like that, the Lady Rebels with another run scored.
Lane caught that shot, and later that night, ESPN, we shared it on our social media sites, and ESPN reached out and used Lane's video.
Really?
Yeah.
And there's a pop-up. And there's going to be out number 1 for the Cardinals. And you're still at the top of the 3rd inning.
So, Josh, you're a football guy. When you take a look at the new school and that nice, beautiful piece of land next to it, a lot of people think that one day there's going to be a football field there. Are you for moving it from the Rock?
Oh, absolutely. I think it's time that we put all of our facilities into one spot on site. And it is in the works. We're still a few years out. They're working on a new elementary school up there at the moment.
Oh, wow. So they're all going to be up there on
Yes, everything is going to, they are moving a school up, building a new school for Inez Elementary up on the hill there. And then once that is complete, we're going to move into the next phase with facilities of moving football, baseball, softball, new tennis courts, a track, soccer fields.
That's incredible. And there's a hit towards the shortstop. And there's another error. Let's see if they can make it to third base. No, they're not even going to take the gamble. Another hit for the Lady Rebels.
Coach Newsom is going to be heading to the pitching mound as we will be going through a time.
So when you sit here and you look and all the talent that's come through, I say Jason James has put as much talent through to the next level as any coach in the 15th region. Josh, you've been here for a big part of that. When you take Brady Dingus, Trey James, Parker Watts, Luke Hale, you have Dre Duff, Brady McKenzie, all go play next level. And I think, did Sturgill, did he ever sign in school?
Yes, he was one of the ones that went to KCU.
Okay. So, but, when you take a look, you got to be thankful that you got a coach like Jason James on campus. I see him down here on first base watching the game. It seems like, he comes out and he supports all the programs, and, that's probably a big reason. When you can get all the coaches to buy in, it's got to make it easy, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's when we're all on the same page together, everybody shines.
So the Martin County football, I know coming up, I know you got Crayson Bones Lafferty, I know you got Devin Maynard going to a lot of quarterback camps. Having them 2 studs coming back, did Martin County lose too much, or will y'all be competitive next year?
I think we are going to be very competitive next year. We graduated a lot, but we return a lot of young, great talent.
Let's see who's up to bat next. That's going to be Kiara Maynard, second base. And here we go with the first pitch. And it's going to be an attempt to steal third. And she is safe.
She's able to get under the tag there on the slide and was able to slide in safe there.
Very nice job. And here's the next pitch. And there's a foul ball. And here's the pitch. That's going to be another ball. And here's the pitch. And there's another attempt to steal second base, and she successfully does it. Bailey Belt. And that hit's going to go towards right field, and that should bring two more batters in. There's a 5-1, and that's going to make it 6. And she's going to go towards third base. Does she get there? And she does.
Oh, she's out.
Oh, she's out. Oh, wow. Wow.
So she is out for the second out, but
That's
both runs will score.
And that's going to make it a 6-1 ball game. And somebody's calling time. Let's see what's going on with the umpires and the coach.
Ryan Smith says Josh Horn is a man of many talents. Josh, you got a fan club here.
It seems to be that way. I'm well known. I'm normally a little bit everywhere.
He said, I'm well known. I like it. He's a Swiss Army knife. That's what I like to call him.
I wear many hats.
Man of many traits.
Tupac, he gets around.
Round and round.
You see the umps talking, Ronnie Newsom talking it over.
And they ruled safe.
So they overturned the call at third, and she is safe.
I'm wondering which sport that you see like the most questionable calls, like between football, basketball, you know, baseball and softball. Like, which sport would you say is the most controversial when it comes to call making for officials?
I think it's baseball and softball, just because everything is just so quick, and you have to have quick judgment on it.
What do you think, Darryl?
And every call matters.
Yes.
You know, I mean, it's every play there's a call.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where in football, you know, you might go through 5-6 plays before you get one that actually matters.
Or even in basketball, I mean, like you said, 4 or 5, 6 or 6 plays before you get a questionable foul, questionable travel or something like that, moving screen.
Baseball, it's every pitch.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So with that call overturned, that moves us back to 1 out.
Yes, 6-1 ball game.
You know, and that's one thing, you know, listen, that's a double-edged sword. You know, I wish fans would give the officials the benefit of the doubt, you know, a lot, but, you know, because we're losing officials left and right, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, I mean, the officials got to hold their side of it too. You know, they got to make sure they make the correct calls and they're at the top of their game.
Oh, and there's another hit, but that's going to be a foul ball. So what do you think one of the biggest reasonings is behind why you don't see as many officials as you used to? Is it a parent issue? Is it a pay issue? Or what would you say the biggest problem is?
I think both of them.
Yeah, I think it's a mix. I mean, I've been in several games that I've seen that the officials just take severe abuse from fans.
Yeah.
I'm way too thin-skinned. You know, football is the only sport I could see me ever being able to do where you're a little bit away from the fans and you ain't hearing everything.
Oh, and there's a hit. Is she going to get her out? And she does. And there's another run is going to be scored. That's going to make it a 7-1 ball game in favor of the Tulsa Rebels.
As Queen says, another one bites the dust.
Another classic.
The batter done her job there as she scored
Ooh, and
another
there's
run.
another hit.
That one's going to go through the gap, and that will be a single.
Seven to 1, 2 outs, ladies and gentlemen. And up next, number 14, Kaylin Salmons. And here's the pitch. And is that going to be fair?
That is
That is
fair.
fair. Ooh, somebody might score. Is she going to go home? And she does. That's going to make it an 8-1 ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Another hit for the Tulsa Rebels and another run scored.
And we have time as we have another mound visit.
Oh, Newsom is ripping them on the mound. You can tell she's upset right now. I would not want to be on that mound with her, Josh.
Maybe some running afterwards.
And it looks like we're going to have a pitching change.
Let's see who they're going to bring to the mound.
As you sit here, and let me ask you this, guys. When you take best baseball movie all time, you got one movie to take to your grave with you, baseball movie.
Oh, man. Jesus. God, The Sandlot. That's a classic.
Give me Angels in the outfield.
Angels in the Outfield. What was that movie, The Rookie? You remember that movie about the kid that got to play for the Chicago Cubs?
Yep. That was. I'm gonna take Major League.
Major League is a good one. I mean, it's definitely a top 3 all time.
8 Men Out. The Black Sox Scandal.
I ain't seen it.
It's got Charlie Sheen in it. I believe that's the one, but it's a classic too. You know, you learned a lot because when you first hear about the Black Sox scandal, you automatically think like, well, they fixed the World Series. But then once you watch that movie, you find out that there were some players on the team. For example, there was a pitcher on the team that was supposed to be rewarded a $10,000 bonus if he got so many wins throughout the season, and he was literally 1 win away, and with 3 weeks to go before the playoffs started, and the guy literally rested him for those last 3 weeks, so he didn't have to pay him. So it was almost like them being like, well, if you guys aren't going to pay us, then, you know, we're just going to do things our way. And then you look at Shoeless Joe Jackson, you know, it was well documented that he was illiterate. So, like, he didn't even know what he was signing whenever he was signing his papers to get his money. So, and then there was a lot of people said that he didn't even take any money. So there's
I don't know how much of that I believe though.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're one of the best players ever all time,
Mhm.
you know, I think you got some help around you that would say, you know, well, there's some extra money coming to our account this month, you know. So, you know, I don't know, and but you know, them scandals, you know, the Pete Rose scandal, you know, I mean, I'm all for it. You know, I think all of them should be in the Hall of Fame. I think, you know, the Hall of Fame tells the history of the sport.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Especially now that you can go to games and bet while you're at the games.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's very interesting. I mean, you know, and just makes you wonder, like, if it's more fixed now than it's ever been. Because you got multi-billion-dollar corporations that are, like, making their predictions on what they think these players are going to get. Like, do you think this player is going to get this many points? Do you think this player is going to get this many strikes? And, you know, it makes you wonder if you're an athlete, like, if, you know, you're looking at your own stats and then calling up your family and being like, look, I got a headache today. Here's you a little bit of, here's you 100,000. Go ahead and bet on me this way. It just makes you wonder, like, how fixed it is these days.
I sure would like to be in Otani's best friend. And,
what was it? 50?
Right now, I'd make all the bets you want for you.
They said he was making like $13,000 bets a day, like. And here's another steal to third base. Up next, number 3, Carly Johnson up the bat. Oh, man, I've just thought of a couple of other baseball movies. Moneyball with Brad Pitt. And then the one with Clint Eastwood. What was that movie called? You know the one I'm talking about where he was the baseball scout and he was teaching his daughter how to scout as well?
I love Moneyball,
Mm-hmm.
but no way it's in my top 10.
I'd say the Clint.
I mean, I ain't taking it to the grave.
Right. I was just thinking of classics that I've thought of, you know, off the top of my head. I mean, Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Yeah, I'm still going to, you know, Field of Dreams is still sentimental.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll watch that anytime I get to.
Mm-hmm.
Taking her base.
Hey, feel free to let us know in the comments section. What is your all-time favorite baseball film?
Just a quick score update across the sidewalk over here. Baseball is tied with Fairview in the top of the second, 3-3.
Oh, really?
They're playing Fairview?
Yes.
Is that a rivalry or?
No, that is one I think they just started playing the last couple years.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Runner advances to second.
And here's the pitch. Right down the middle. That looked like that curved a little bit. I wonder how many different pitches you can throw, like with the technique that softball players use, like the underhand technique. I wonder how difficult it is to throw like a curveball or a changeup, or do they have like certain pitches or?
They do. In helping with softball for a few years, the pitching motion was something that I never could get down.
Mm-hmm. So I know they throw some heat. And there's a hit going towards first base, and there's another error. And once again, the Lady Rebels score. It's going to make it 9-1. There's 10-1. And just like that, 10-1 in favor of the Tulsa Rebels. And here's the pitch. That's going to be ball one. Next pitch. Ooh, strike one. That was right down the middle.
Good look at the batter.
Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be another ball.
That one was just a bit outside there into the box.
Ryan Smith says the natural is his favorite.
The natural. That's a good one. And there's another strike.
Jimmy Fletcher says Major League.
Calling out all the classics. And here's another pitch. And that's going to be a pop-up. And here's the next pitch. Another pop-up. Two balls, two strikes, 2 outs. Looks like we got a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be ball 4. Have 2 runners on base. Up next, Jaden King, first baseman. And here we go. Ooh, that was close.
One was just a bit outside again.
Yeah, I thought it was going to hit her arm. Here's the second pitch. And that's going to be out number 3 for the Martin County Cardinals. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, 10-1 in favor of the Tulsa Rebels. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back with more action on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Bottom of the third inning. And here's the pitch. It's going to be foul tip. Haley Priest up to bat. And here's the next pitch. Right down the middle. And another foul ball. Got a lot of people tuning in to support these kids. Hit that like and share button. There's the next pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the next pitch.
And she's going to watch it for strike 3 for the first out.
And I believe Kevin said that was called a mound meeting that they do.
Yes.
Whenever they go to the, okay. And up next, number 10, Bella Muncie. So Josh, did you get a chance to watch the World Series by any chance?
I watched some of it.
And there's another out.
Normally once the Reds are eliminated, I am done with baseball.
See, actually, the first baseball game I ever attended was last summer, and it was actually a Cincinnati Reds game. They were playing the LA Dodgers, and I wanted to personally see what $700 million looks like. I wanted to see Shohei up, up close in person. He went 0 for 3. I was like, you got to be kidding. And then it rained in the 5th inning. And there's another
pop-up.
And they go,
and she's going to drop it, and it will stay fair.
Ooh, playing the classics once again. And up next, number 17, Zoe Hinkle. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be ball number 1. It's going to be ball number 2. And there's a foul tip. 2 balls, 1 strike. Once again, it's Kaylin Salmons on the mound. The next pitch.
He's going to take it for ball 3 and make the count 3-1.
3 balls, 1 strike. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to be
ball 4.
Ball 4. So we're going to have 2 potential runners on base. Up next to bat, number 20, Sophie Harless.
Who's calling it?
And there's the pitch. Strike 1. It's the next pitch. And that's going to be hit towards right field.
It's going to drop.
That's a really good hit.
And that should score 2.
That's 1 run scored, and let's see if they can get a 2nd run scored. And they do, and just like that, a 10-3 ball game.
So Sophie Harless is going to come out with a triple, a 2 RBI triple with 2 outs.
Incredible. Looks like we might have us a ball game on our hands. And it's going to be strike 1. Number 21, Keely and Jewel. Next pitch, strike 2. And here's the third pitch. And that's going to be a foul ball. Zero balls, 2 strikes.
One's going to be outside for a ball.
And here's the next pitch. It's going to be another ball. And here's the pitch. And we officially, just like that, we officially have a full count. And here's the pitch. Strike 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the 3rd inning. With a score of 10-3, the Tulsa Rebels still lead the Martin County Cardinals. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back with more action on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 4th inning. The Tulsa Rebels are still leading the Martin County Cardinals 10-3. Up next to bat is going to be Bailey Belt, number 12. And here's that first pitch. That's going to be ball number 1. The next pitch. And that's going to be a hit towards first base. Let's see if she can get it. And I think that
She's safe.
it's a save. Oh, wow. I would hate to be an umpire, honestly. These each and every call is so close.
It's
I mean,
it's a tough profession, that
It's
is for
literally,
sure.
like inches, centimeters. So that's going to be another hit for the Lady Rebels.
And we're having another discussion here. It seems Coach Newsom is getting heated over another call here. And it looks like the umpires are going to come together to discuss it again. And he called her safe.
I'm going to pivot like a politician and not even give my opinion on that one. Every call is extremely close. And there's the first pitch. And we'll see if she can make it to second. Oh, she's going to go to third.
Ball gets through, and she's going to go to third, and she will be safe at third.
Bailey Belt turned on the Jets on that one.
So right now, Tulsa's been very aggressive on the pads. You know, you can tell that they're wanting to try to get this thing over early.
Yeah, 100%.
And Martin County, I mean, they started, getting a little momentum, so I understand why.
And there's another bunt. Is that going to be?
It's going to be fair. She touched it. She touched it inside the line as it was fair, so it is going to be played a fair ball. So the runner will be safe at first, and another run will score.
So that's going to be 11-3.
And Darryl, you asked me earlier in the broadcast how we was going to be in football. We've made some moves this offseason and made some new hires, and we're really excited about the changes we're going to be bringing into our offense this year.
Oh, really? So
Yes.
are these hires that we're allowed to say on the record, or are these?
Yes,
still
it's official.
Okay.
We brought in Joe Stanley.
Okay.
He has been at Pikeville Middle School the last year calling the offense, and then he was at Belfry for several years.
Oh, wow.
He probably went to school with you, JJ.
What'd you say his name was again?
Joe Stanley.
Joe Stanley.
He graduated, I think, early 2000s at Belfry.
Wait a minute.
They called him Joseph Stanley.
Yeah, I remember Joseph. Oh, wow. That is awesome.
That's a shame he couldn't have come a year earlier. And,
Yeah.
he did have a stud back in Isaiah.
Oh yeah, but we're blessed and excited to have him. Things are going to be looking very up for us. It's going to be an exciting time in Inez this year.
I'm stoked. I want to see what you guys got going. You can tell. I mean, each and every year, y'all's building something. There in Inez, and last year there was so many games where Martin County, y'all was just like right there.
Nail biters.
And then I think the Prestonsburg game kind of deflated a little bit because y'all come out and played a game of your life, and you should have won that game.
We should have, but it lit a fire back under us, and after that we went on a run. We made it to our second back-to-back regional championship game.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we had to travel to Beechwood.
Yeah.
The
outcome. Right?
Yeah.
So the nail biter with Prestonsburg, that was when Prestonsburg was still undefeated, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that was a really good game. Three balls, 2 strikes, and a full count, ladies and gentlemen.
Score is in the top right-hand corner of your screen. It's 11-3. Tulsa on top.
And that's going to be strike 3. Up next, number 27, Kendra Maynard.
They said, what inning is this?
This is the top of the 4th.
Yeah, not changed.
No. And I believe the scoreboard went out.
It sure did.
Yeah. I think the other scoreboard has issues as well. Is that correct, right, Darryl?
They did yesterday.
Yeah, it had like freezing issues or something, like a delay. And here's the pitch. And it's Kalen Salmons up to bat. Here's the pitch. Here's the next pitch. That's going to be another foul ball. Once again, Kalen Salmons up to bat. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit towards right field. Let's see if she can catch it.
And
Oh,
she's
and
going to drop it.
And just like that, another run is scored for the Lady Rebels. It's going to make it 12-3. A lot of simple mistakes being made today. Looks like the pitcher and the catcher are having a little bit of a discussion.
Powwow, JJ.
Huh?
A powwow.
A powwow? Okay. Looks like they're having a little bit of a powwow, as Darryl McCoy says. Up next, number 3, Carly Johnson. Here's that first pitch. Go with the second pitch. And that's going to be another ball. There's another strike. See if Carly can get out of this. And there's another ball.
So just a quick score update here. It is in the top of the 4th with Tulsa leading 12-3 with 2 outs.
Here's the next pitch. It's going to be another strike. Another pitch, and that's going to be hit towards left field. Let's see if another runner can come in. And that's going to make it a 13-3 ball game in favor of the Tulsa Rebels. Once again, we're at the top of the 4th inning. Here's another pitch by Maddie Meddings. Went after that one. See, she's stepping back up to the batter's box. Getting herself ready. And here's the pitch.
It's going to be a ball high.
Here's the next pitch. That was a good one to swing at. It looked like it was right down the middle.
That should bring the count to 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. And here's the pitch. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Another ball high.
Josh, what do you know about this pitcher? What grade she in?
This is Zoe Hinkle. She is a senior this year.
Okay. How many pitchers does this team have?
Varsity-wise, I think they have 2.
Oh, what a catch.
They have some other girls, I think, but they are all younger girls.
So Hinkle is their primary pitcher there?
It's Hinkle and Mullins is the 2 that they rotate through.
And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the top of the 4th inning. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back on the D&D Sports Network. Bottom of the 4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. We are back live on the D&D Sports Network. Up next is number 4, Mia Fields.
Her first swing was a strike. She is in an 0-1 count.
And
That
that ball
one
was
is going to be hit into the air into left field. And is going to be caught for the first out of the inning.
very nice catch.
I think they liked me. Yeah, I know. Nice camera action when I walk through the door. I think they liked me.
I like the walkout music. And that's going to be strike 1.
That's going to be the second out of the inning. Up to bat now is number 22, Alyssa Mullins. First pitch is going to be a foul tip.
And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. We apologize for the technical difficulties. We got our cameras up and running again. And we are good to go. Still a 13-3 ball game in favor of the Tulsa Rebels.
Martin County with a runner on first.
And up next to bat is going to be number 8, Hallie Priest. Is it Haley or Hallie or?
It is Hallie K. Hallie K. Priest.
Okay, just wanted to make sure I didn't want to butcher anybody's name. So once again, this is the bottom of the 4th inning, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, Hallie Priest up to bat. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be strike 1. As the runner attempts to steal second. And they do.
So just a quick update here. We are in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs, with Tulsa leading 13-3 over Martin County.
And here's the pitch. That's going to be another ball. And there's another strike.
It's going to be a 1-2 count.
And that's strike 3. And just like that, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up the bottom of the 4th inning. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be back momentarily with top of the 5th inning action right here on the D&D Sports Network. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Top of the 5th inning. as number 9, Ava Lyons, is up to bat. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, up next to bat, number 9, Ava Lyons. And that first pitch is strike 1.
And during the inning change, we have had another pitching change as Mullins has come back in to pitch.
And that hit is it's going to be a foul ball.
Last time up, this young lady had a base hit.
Yes, she did. She's had a very solid game so far. The entire roster has had a really good game. Once again, right fielder Ava Lyons up to bat. And that's going to be strike 3. Up next, number 25, Jaden King. 13-3, ladies and gentlemen. And that's going to be hit towards the shortstop. Let's see if she can tag her out. And she does. So that's going to be 2 outs. 2 up, 2 down. And up next, number 12, Bailey Belt. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be hit towards the shortstop and right past the shortstop. Let's see if she can convert this into a double.
She's going
to
to
take the gamble.
And she will make it there
And
safe.
she gets there. That looked like a painful slide just now.
You know, I've never covered a game or never watched a game at the Tulsa baseball field there, but I like the way it's laid out. You know, I go by on the road and you can look over there and see. It's neat the way it's got that backstop against the wall.
I don't think I've ever been to a game there.
I've never been. I've been to a football and basketball game, never been to a baseball.
You know, one of the things I think of the most when I think of Tulsa is the drag strip. You remember the drag strip they used to have like near the Tulsa area?
Still there.
It's still there? Do they still like race every weekend or every other weekend?
I don't know how often they use it, but it's still there, right?
Yeah.
To the gas station.
Yeah, I used to love to go there. I had a few friends that had some muscle cars back in the day, some Mustangs, and they used to go down there and race.
Yeah, believe it or not, you know, we talked about it earlier, and I don't mean this lightly. You know, Parker Watts was such a transcendent athlete. I think when 90% of the people these days think of Tulsa, they think of Parker Watts.
Yeah. Honestly, like in years of watching basketball, he's probably the best basketball athlete I've ever seen as far as like the way he elevates and being able to like his vertical and everything. Like his athleticism is the best I've seen and probably ever, honestly.
We had another ball hit through the gap there for another run score for Tulsa, making the score 14-3.
I mean, when we were growing up, like if you may have like 12 or 13 teams in the area, but only 2 had people that could actually dunk. And that was off of a breakaway, and he was literally jamming on people.
Well, Tulsa had they let the runner advance there. But you know, Tulsa's they've had a few good pieces in the last 10 years. You remember Cody Jude played at UNC Asheville, played at Tulsa. Then on the girls' side, they have Mariah Finley, who was a really good player. She wasn't Parker or Cody Jude's level. She was good.
Oh yeah. Did she go on to play college ball as well?
She did. Slew of her teammates did, though. The block girl, throughout the other one. Then they had a girl just not long ago, Kerrigan Salmons, that is playing at Alice Lloyd right now.
Oh, really? And there's another foul ball.
I tell you, they do got a young lady that's coming up. She's actually Parker Watts' cousin. I'm trying to think of her name. She's got an odd name.
Well, if anybody in the comments section knows.
It's what is her name? We had her brother on the morning show. We had her on the morning show too. I think her brother was the one that was on ESPN on Make a Wish.
Oh, man, what was her name?
Greenlee Vance.
Greenlee Vance.
Yep.
And that was the third out, and we will head into the bottom of the fifth.
And which I'm still trying to figure out the rules. Like, if the score gets too high in certain situations, doesn't it stop at the fifth, or how does
Yes,
that work?
we are in mercy territory for Martin County now, down 14-3. If they do not produce some runs here in this inning, that will be the contest.
Okay.
So a lot of people here at the game now, with the scoreboard out, a lot of people I noticed have their phones out and they're keeping track due to the Glenn Martin Hammond scoreboard in the top right-hand corner of your screen. That's how a lot of them are keeping track of the score right now.
Hey, Glenn Martin's always coming through in the clutch. You know, if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't have a scoreboard right now. So we really appreciate
If you're in for the win, call Glenn.
Hey, he's got a heck of a slogan.
You ever been to, Josh, you ever been to Crum Middle School?
I have not.
Now, you talking about, it's hard to find a middle school that's set up as nice as Crum Middle School. They even got their own greenhouse, everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's,
Now, is it a newer building?
yeah, it sits over across the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
At the end there on the left. But I've not seen a middle school. I don't think I've seen any middle school in the mountains as nice as that one. They're very blessed there.
And up next to bat is going to be number 10, Bella Muncie.
And if you're Martin County and you're looking for runs, you're in a good spot being at the top of the lineup.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So if there's a chance to get some of these run backs, this is the spot to do it in.
And here's going to be the first pitch. Oh, man, she brought the heat on that one. As Bella steps out of the batter's box. Going to make a few adjustments. Looks like she's ready to go. Here's the pitch.
Josh, for the Tulsa fans that have made their way up here to watch the game, what's the best place to eat in Inez?
If I was them, I would, when I make my way out of here, I'm going to Pizza Stop.
Pizza Stop, all right. I've ate there a few times. Used to order shirts there right beside their shirt shop. Not there anymore, but I trying to think. I mean, you got a really good Mexican restaurant.
Oh,
in town.
the Mexican restaurant in town is second to none. It is some of the best food that you will eat.
And don't ask me to pronounce it.
Go on and pronounce it for me. Let me hear it.
I can spell it.
Eximoto or Zamoto?
Exochimilco.
Yeah, but like, you know how some words, there's certain letters that are silent?
Yeah.
You would think that might be one of them?
I don't know. Could be.
And there's going to be a pop-up.
Yeah, nice. Oh.
Just misjudged it a little bit. Kendra Maynard almost had it.
Now, I tell you, and this is not a paid sponsorship, but, if you go back to Kermit Way, Toad Fork and Spoon is really good.
Oh, listen, I love going over on the weekend and getting the breakfast there.
On
It's
Saturday.
Yeah, they got some pretty good food.
Yeah, JJ, that's where JJ went there and had an old lady hot Tui his hair.
Just spit my hair and told me I had the prettiest hair she had ever seen, and then it went.
Said it was the prettiest hair in the hair salon. So,
Yeah.
wants to know where he got his perms at.
And I told her it was all natural.
She proceeded to spit in it and then rub it.
And I didn't know how to process it. I knew she was being kind, but I was like, wait a minute. I feel like I got me too just now. And here's the pitch. Right down the middle. Let's see, if that ain't a strike, I don't know what it is. Up next, once again, Haley Robinson up to bat. And there's the next pitch. Ooh, that was close.
It was close to wearing it there as she turned to avoid it.
Nearly got popped.
As they're zooming in on the pitcher. And that's going to be ball number 4. As Haley Robinson makes it to first base. Up next to bat, number 17, Zoe Hinkle. I think. So once again, we are at the top of the 5th inning, or bottom of the 5th, and we have a 14-3 ball game. For those of you that are just tuning in. As the Tulsa Rebels are looking to close this thing out. Let's see if Zoe Hinkle can keep this thing going.
She's going to take that one for a ball, bring in the count to 1-2. And with 1 out and 2 strikes, you've got to go here and battle and protect.
And that's strike 3, just like that.
Martin County is.
Took a chance on that.
Yes.
Okay, sometimes you got to take a gamble.
With 2 outs, Martin County is down to their last out here, with it trying to come back here.
Let's see if they can keep this ball game going. And here's the pitch. And that's going to go towards shortstop. Let's see if they can close this thing out.
And that will be the ball game.
Just like that, ladies and gentlemen, with a final score of 14-3, the Tulsa Rebels take down the Martin County Cardinals. What a performance by the Tulsa Rebels.
JJ, let's take a quick break. Come right back as we will have the Tommy's Auto postgame show where y'all will pick the Mingy Beef Jerky player of the game.
We'll be back right here on the D&D Sports Network. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Tommy's Auto postgame show. I'm JJ Pruitt. I got Josh Horn in the building with me. With the final score of 14-3, the Tulsa Rebels take down the Martin County Cardinals. And after talking briefly during the commercial break, Josh and I have decided that the Mangy Beef Jerky player of the game is going to go to
Kaylin Sammons, the pitcher. She gave up 4 hits and allowed 3 runs.
I think she put on a phenomenal performance. I mean, at the end of the day, your strongest link when it comes to baseball and softball is your bullpen.
Yes.
And I think that she definitely did her job. And also want to give a shout out to the entire Tulsa roster. You know, they put up a lot of points, but at the end of the day, only one person could be your player of the game. And for this game specifically, we're going to give it to Kaylin Salmons. So once again, we want to give her a special shout out. Final score, once again, 14-3, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to sign off.
Oh, well, real quick, I want to thank Josh Horn and Martin County Cardinals. I want to thank Josh for stepping in and calling the game today with you, JJ. And also want to thank him and the administration for having D&D Sports Network up here.
Well, I want to thank you guys for allowing me to do this, and I hope this is the first of many times that I get to jump on the broadcast with you all.
I believe that this is going to be one of many, many more to come. You're a natural. I mean, you talk like as if you've been doing this for a very long time. I mean, I understand completely why everybody says that you're the jack of all trades, a Swiss Army knife. I mean, you really can do it all.
I appreciate that, and like I said, I hope this is the first of many.
Absolutely. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, I am JJ Pruitt. He is Josh Horn. Darryl McCoy on the production. We're going to sign off for now, but we will be back in a few days with more.